Hello everyone, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today it's just a video tour, a really slow kind of panning shots of my latest builds. And it's a botanical garden in a baroque gothic kind of fantasy style that I have built during a couple of live streams and also just by myself and not recording it for a speed build. Therefore, I'm just doing a little video tour about it so you can see every little detail, because I really wanted to show you this lovely build because it came out really beautifully in my opinion. And I built this for my Alienation Let's Play and my San Myshuno. San Myshuno is a world that you get with the City Living expansion pack. It's a big metropolis, kind of very funky and like a mixture of Tokyo and San Francisco, I think was the inspiration. And I turned it into a more Gotham kind of dark city where it's always night in my Let's Play Alienation. And therefore I needed some more darker looking community lots in the background, and therefore we have a botanical garden because lots of you guys wanted to have a botanical garden, especially with the idea in mind that maybe we have a poison ivy later. I'm not sure if I can incorporate some of the Batman villains, but I really thought the idea of a botanical garden would be really cool. So I chose this style because this is how some botanical gardens look like in Germany. And the baroque kind of feel to it is very usual for huge kind of community lots, like community buildings around in Germany. And I thought, hey, if I just use like a darker wallpaper and some gargoyles, it kind of gets this Gotham comical vibe with lots of statues and stuff. So it's kind of over the top, of course. And I think also if you change maybe the wallpaper into something beige or like red brick or something, it could look really like the usual kind of build. But yeah, keep in mind that I wanted it to look a little bit more gothic, like in dark world. I thought it would be really cool. I also built this during night because I have a mod where it turns San Myshuno in everlasting night, and it also transported to the build mode, which I didn't know. So it was kind of also a challenge for me to build in the dark. And it looks beautiful from the inside, especially at night, by the way, because I made the lighting really meticulously with lots of small little lanterns and stuff, so it looks really nicely lit. But I especially chose the daylight here because we have, of course, lots of glass roofs and it just looks beautiful. The shadow on the plants in the inside looks really, really cool. And I thought, why not choose lots of exotic plants, because this is what the botanical gardens are there for here in Europe. Usually some castles and also some big cities have a huge botanical garden, which is basically like a museum for plants. Castles, of course, had their like collection because in the older times, flowers were really, really valuable collectibles, and so some castles have also botanical kind of gardens or houses and buildings for having their collectible, their exotic plants that they imported and got kind of have there. So that's also really interesting. I was inspired by lots and lots of these kinds of buildings around the world. And also this is why I came up with this layout. So it's basically just two big halls. The first one is a 2-story kind of building. So you have a huge gallery on top as well. So you can look down there and look at the exotic plants, which is of course lots of the jungle adventure pack plants. Like we have some palm trees, some ferns, lots and lots of the stuff from the romantic garden stuff pack, of course, because we got lots and lots of really interesting looking flowers there. I tried to put in every flower I think we have in game. Some are still missing because we have lots and lots of them through all the packs. But I really tried to make it look as interesting and decorated as possible. Like always, I decorated a lot. So there are lots and lots of tiny little details. I think every little corner is kind of really interesting, and from every angle it looks really beautiful from the outside and from the inside. And I thought it would be really, really cool. Also all around I put like these benches from the romantic garden stuff, so your Sims can sit there and look at the flowers. It's kind of also a little bit romantic in this dark Romance kind of feel that I really wanted to transport here. And you can see these interesting looking banners all around. There are these banners with the cherry tree on it, or like there's like a branch of a cherry tree, and therefore I thought these are perfect because I found them in a build. I think they are from the City Living pack and supposed to be kind of like a banner for a movie or like a museum kind of exhibition or so. And I thought this is cool. Maybe they have a cherry tree, Japanese kind of flowers and plants and stuff exhibition, which is there for there right now. So I thought, hey, why not put a huge cherry tree in the middle of one of the like in the back hall of it, which is basically just a one floor kind of thing. I deleted the foundation on one part, so we have also two kind of stories here as well, and it looks really, really beautiful because there's this huge dome of glass on top, which also allows to put a big tree in there and grow lots of plants, of course. And I thought it would be really beautiful, so I put these banners all around. So this is like the exhibition that I have right now, and I thought the cherry tree looks so romantic. It could be really a nice kind of background for maybe weddings or like a date or something. I thought it would be really beautiful because otherwise the big city is not as green and lush, and we don't have so many romantic looking kind of areas. So I built a huge cherry tree in the middle, which is a little bit tricky. It's a tree that consists actually of 3 trees in the game. So I used the vampire, I think there are no leaves on it, it's like a dead tree. The vampire tree is the base, and then I put a huge cherry tree on top, put it a little bit up, and then a smaller cherry tree on the side. So it looks like one coherent cherry tree. The only thing is that the cherry tree has another wooden color than the vampire one, so it kind of looks a little bit odd, but yeah, I hope that you still like it, of course. Then I put lots and lots of these rose petals that should be or are supposed to be the cherry blossoms lying around, and then there are on 2 sides there are these little fountains with yeah, of course, some lotus decoration, lots of bamboo, of course. So I really wanted to get this more Japanese looking feel. And yeah, it's a tiny, cute Japanese garden. There's also a little bench on one side, so you can sit there and look at the cherry tree. And later on, I decided it would be really cool. It's not in this build, but for those who have Get Famous, because I built this before I had Get Famous. And there is I think it's called like special effects kind of thing. There's a special effect where you can rain confetti and bubbles and rain and stuff that they need for the green screen. That object also can rain down cherry blossoms or rose petals or something that you could put into the tree, and then it's really raining these petals. This would look really amazing. I'm going to check this out in my Alienation Let's Play and see if this is working. I thought it would be so, so beautiful. And yeah, here you can see a little bit more of the cherry tree and how it all looks like. Yeah, and that's basically the whole build. I really wanted to show you guys. I hope this inspired you for your game. You can of course also just download this and put into your game. I will put the download link in the video description down below. And yeah, this is basically it. I really hope that you like it. If you enjoyed this video, maybe subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.